Okay, so there's a geog, geograph, geographical structure in the world. There's the urban area, that's cities and stuff like that. Very dense population. There is the suburban on the outskirts of the cities. Each geography has a different pattern of consumerism, a different pattern of making money, of living. The city's faster compared to the suburban. And then there's also the rural areas. They are a little bit lower in infrastructure and focus on the basics. And have a slower life pace. So now that we got that out of the way, I own a holding company, and there's different areas you can search for businesses. There's different websites. Well, there's a 4-person restaurant cleaning service. They go into restaurants and they clean. There's not a lot of information about the company. I'd probably have to contact them to learn more, which I think eventually I'll do. But the way it sounds like where they are located seems to be urban. Now I asked ChatGPT within that whole urban, suburban, rural aspect. I go, well, what about a 4-person restaurant cleaning service in Cleveland, having in mind the company that was on Biz Buy Sell for sale? It's in Cleveland. So first, Cleveland is considered an urban suburban hybrid. It's a mid-tier urban metro with around a 2 million metro population, with a dense urban core that has restaurants, hospitals, universities, a broad suburban zone, commercial zones, like there's strip malls there, there's offices, there's local diners, and nearby rural outskirts that have manufacturing, small towns, and agriculture. That means this cleaning service can access all 3 geographies, but the urban and suburban segments would definitely be the growth engines, the geographies. You're looking at a map. Okay, and you'll get a vision of a map when I'm reading this out. So the urban market, downtown Cleveland, Ohio City, and Tremont. The opportunity. Urban restaurants need daily or nightly cleaning, from independent kitchens to chains. There's a high turnover and labor shortages create outsourcing demand. The pros and cons. First, the pros. There's a dense client concentration, so that means less travel time. There's higher cleaning frequency, which means nightly or multiple times per week. And you also have, within the urban market, you have access to high-end venues, which would provide better margins. The cons of the urban market: there's heavy competition from janitorial chains. There's parking and transport constraints. There's labor scheduling at odd hours, overnight. Strategy. So ChatGPT, I asked ChatGPT this information. The strategy: focus on niche positioning, restaurant only, health code certified cleaners. That would be niche positioning yourself. That's kind of what this company has done. They focus only on restaurants. Target restaurants, bars, commissary, kitchens, and event venues. So that's actually a little bit bigger than maybe what they do. I don't know what they do with only 4 cleaners. Maybe they have a contract with only a few restaurants or just one, but they make good money. Build a premium urban reputation. That would include fast response, sanitation, audit, compliance, and deep cleaning specialization. So that's the urban strategy that they outline. Now we cover the suburban market surrounding Cleveland. That's Lakewood, Parma, Beechwood, Westlake, etc. The opportunity here is suburban restaurants, daycare kitchens, and assisted living facilities. All these prefer steady, trusted cleaning partners. They value relationship and reliability over speed. Pros and cons of the suburban market. Well, the pros are stable, long-term contracts. There's less competition than downtown, and there's easier logistics, parking, and travel. The cons of such an area: slightly lower per job pricing, fewer emergency/night jobs, meaning there's a slower growth curve. Strategy for the suburban market is build monthly retainers for recurring services, maybe 3 times a week, cleaning or more. Bundle add-ons like floor waxing, kitchen hood cleaning, or window cleaning. Market through word of mouth. Google local services and local business chambers. So that's a strategy for the cleaning business. Suburban area. Now we move to the rural area, outskirts market, Lorraine, Medina, and Ashtabula. Opportunity. Rural and ex-urban areas have fewer cleaning options. A single reliable company can own an entire small town's restaurant and facility cleaning demand. The pros are low competition, loyal customers, and easy regional dominance. The cons are long travel times, low density equals lower scaling speed. There's less people in the rural, less opportunity. And price-sensitive clients, they're sensitive to the prices. Strategy: expand only after suburban stability. After you get that suburban stability within the company, offer scheduled cluster routes, meaning cleaning multiple businesses per trip. Scheduled cluster routes, and focus on essential industries like factories, schools, and nursing homes. That's a strategy for the rural. So the business segment alignment: urban, the client type would be restaurants, bars, and hotels. The core value offer would be fast, compliant, sanitation focused. The contract type would be high frequency, meaning nightly. The margin would be pretty good, 25 to 35%. The suburban client type would be family restaurants, schools, offices. The core value offer would be reliability, relationship based. It'd be recurring, not high frequency, but recurring, 3 times a week possibly. Maybe even more, I keep thinking. The margins could be slightly better, 30 to 40% at the high end. Rural, we look at the client type for that geography, and we see that small businesses and factories are the opportunities there. The core value offer is access and affordability. The contract type could be bi-weekly or monthly. The margins there are slightly lower, 20 to 25%. So it has all these phases. Scaling strategy for a 4-person crew. You pick a geography. You build a Google business profile and website with service photos and testimonials. Try and target 10 recurring clients, generating 8,000 to 12,000 per month. See, so the way I worded it, it doesn't understand that this is in a business that's already in operation. It's giving me a new, and it could be looked at as a new approach, and we're also coming to that in the next video, and I'll go into that a bit. But also focus on night shifts to avoid schedule conflicts. That's phase 1. Phase 2 is systemize and expand. That's 6 months to 18 months in from the creation of the company. But remember, we're not. But anyways, this could be a recreation, a new schedule almost, a new timeline. Create a cleaning checklist system and standard operating procedures, SOPs. Hire part-time floaters to handle overflow jobs. Develop B2B partnerships. Well, those already exist. But anyways, develop more B2B partnerships with businesses like restaurant supply vendors. Local health inspectors, commercial real estate managers. So that's not exactly what I was thinking. Partnerships with the suppliers, local health inspectors, and commercial real estate managers. Interesting. Phase 3, add 2 to 3 teams, 8 to 10 employees. This is the scaling phase. Expand to suburban contracts and small chains. Introduce specialized services like deep sanitization, that would be certified, grease hood cleaning, kitchen floor degreasing. As an owner, I don't have to know how they do it. I mean, you can find better ways, but different systems in there. Just remember that. Use recurring billing models to stabilize cash flow. Goal: 40 to 50 recurring clients times 500 to around 500 to 1,000 a month equals 25K to 50K month revenue, with a margin potential of 25 to 35% net. You're getting 6,000 to 17,000 month profit. Wealth building leverage. These urban contracts give faster top line growth. That's your revenue. It's growing. Top line, when you're looking at your sheet, that's what they mean by top line. Your profit and loss sheet, or what have you. Suburban contracts give long-term stability, and rural contracts give the possibility of regional monopoly. So you would combine them. You build your brand downtown. You expand to the urban chains, suburban chains. You acquire rural routes or smaller janitorial firms. Eventually, you can rebrand into a commercial facilities company offering kitchen compliance audits, waste management, floor care, franchise servicing. That's how small cleaning businesses turn into multi-million-dollar service empires. And it gives a few names there: Jana, King, Enago, Stratus. So there's that. Start urban for exposure and client density. Scale suburban for steady cash flow. Expand rural for territorial control. So that's just, we just went into how it's set up within the geographical. We looked at the cleaning business that is for sale in Cleveland, and we looked at we got some answers on the geographical opportunities, the pros and the cons, and without knowing much about the company, we see a different prospect that could align to growth. Now, this company is already making multiple millions in revenue on the top line before anything else is taken out or added. Mostly taken out as you go further down. So, just an interesting little thing there. Becoming more aware. Now, the next video we can cover, I hear about digital first. Digital first is a big deal. Digital company. Internet first. And the question was that I asked had to do with, well, okay, what would a company look like that if it was digital first? Like, if it's even possible. Now, the services would not be through the internet, supposedly, or is there a way to align that? Oh man, I don't know. But the question is there, and in the next video, I can look at that. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.